It's Vincent here from Vincent Games. Welcome to round 4 of a standard PTQ with black-white zombies. Jumping into round 4, we're against Tony Montana, so we need to be careful. We don't want to get wasted. And this hand is okay. It's got Dread Wanderer, Diregraf, so stuff to do. And Liliana's Mastery for if we ever make it there. So I think we keep this against an unknown opponent. Lands and stuff. Last game against Pummeler was pretty rough. I'm not sure if I should have mulliganed the first, and can't really remember now. Oh yeah, no, it had dodgy. It had yeah, the only removal spells in it were Anguished Unmaking and Grasp of Darkness, but it had double white, so I didn't feel like it was going to do enough, or it risked not doing anything for too long. But beyond that, there wasn't beyond that mulligan decision. I don't feel there's very much we could have done because they just had the pumps just to kill us. At one point, they had the Blossoming Defense when we tried to kill the Pummeler, and then we lost to it next turn. The other game, we just didn't have removal. Dread Wanderer's a perfectly reasonable draw here. Okay, some sort of ramp shenanigans. Played against green-red ramp fairly recently, and it felt like beyond the sweepers we're reasonably favoured. That said, it is early days in the format, and I haven't played against that many ramp decks, so we could just not be favoured. Okay. Oh, Beneath the Sands. Okay, this is going to be a fun game. Going to see crazy stuff. Or I'll kill them before we see the stuff. Yeah, red-green. My guess is that they're going to play Land Hour Devastation. So, do I really want to play Diregraf Colossus? So if we play Diregraf and they Wrath, then we untap, return a Dread Wanderer, and then after that play Liliana's Mastery, which isn't completely bad. And it forces them to spend mana and do other stuff. It's not great kind of just blundering into mass removal, but if they don't have it, then we're just putting on quite a nice amount of pressure. If they do have it, fine. We know we've got a plan. If I didn't have double Dread Wanderer, I might not play Diregraf. Like if I had just like 2 other zombies that weren't able to come back, probably just wouldn't run this out. Yeah, that's just as bad. But as I say, if I didn't have the Dread Wanderers to come back, then I would have been less inclined to do that. And Cryptbreaker is a great draw. It means we can go with Cryptbreaker and then start discarding these extra lands to then start returning our Dread Wanderers. I realised I was talking rubbish when I was talking about returning a Dread Wanderer earlier, but still happy to make the play, I think, just because long term we can get the Dread Wanderers back. Might just lose this to a Harness Lightning now though. Well, they're thinking about it. Opponent just has all the removal. He's gonna exile up now. Okay. Gonna make some zombies, huh? Well, my zombies are better than your zombies. They are. Gonna play the land because we want to start rebuying Dread Wanderers. If I play Liliana's Mastery, then we get 2 zombies here. If I play Lord of the Accursed, then it's effectively 2 zombies on the battlefield and still a +1/+1 effect. Hour of Devastation is not great. We've only got 1 card in hand. The Kozilek's Return will be 5 mana. I feel as though at this point we just need to attack. Just need to present threats. I quite like the idea of getting the Lord down because you get the Menace. This is more mana efficient doing it this way. I don't really care if he blocks or double blocks. Just because we're just going to make more tokens anyway. Oh, I clicked to. I thought I was clicking the. That's really annoying. Really annoying. I thought I was just clicking the freaking. It doesn't make a difference really because we would have been wrathed regardless, but it's just annoying, like clicking too quick and not getting the Dread Wanderer back. Well, they probably would have sacked the Scavenging Grounds to it anyway, but let's see how we win this now. Present our opponent with 2 things that he needs to exile with Ulamog. I'm sure they'll speed up now, so we're not really gaining anything from playing this out, but meh. No, why is not attacking with that? I mean, I don't think I'm going to win this. I'm not going to have a library left for it soon, but if I peel Anguished Unmaking, then I might be okay. What else? Well, that didn't work out. Probably going to lose that to the Scavenging Grounds. I might not let him see this because I'd rather not know how many copies of various things I've got. If I try, I need to kill him in four turns. Is that even possible? No, let's just concede. Let's just have a look at this. Grasps is nothing. It's going to hit with Grasp. So Grasps come out because they're pretty useless. Anguish comes in because it's potentially very good. Scrapheap Scrounger is good against sweepers. Gideon is good against sweepers. Binding Mummy seems meh. I mean, it can be good to swing past an Ulamog, like tap it down if you manage to cast it, and then just swing in for lethal. Decking Stone is good for Ulamog. Archangel does not really go very well against the Worldbreaker. 2 Transgresses also seem pretty solid. What seems weak? I don't think anything seems particularly weak. Oh, Dark Salvation. 4 Dark Salvation. This is nothing. I thought there was more cards that just do nothing. So yeah, taking in 3 Scrounger, a Decking Stone, 2 Transgress, 2 Gideons, and an Anguished Unmaking, and taking out Archangel Avacyn, Grasps of Darkness, Binding Mummies, and Dark Salvations. So all the removal, that's just not going to do very much. I mean, yeah, there are things like Matter Reshaper or zombie tokens that I want to kill, but we just attack through those, and he might just sweep them away himself anyway. So this is just better. It's taking the stuff that's gonna just boarding the stuff that works well against sweepers and kills the big threats that are ultimately going to kill us, and we should be good. Why, yes, I would like to play first. This hand is slow, but I'm going to keep it because it's got an Anguished Unmaking. Now, I don't want a mulligan. This feels like a mulligan. It's like doing nothing for however many turns. But we get to play a Diregraf and then a Lord and go from there. Wow, this guy. I don't know why this guy is. I don't know if he's like double queuing or whatever. It's like playing this event as something else. But he's playing really slow. Thanks for the mountain. Also mildly amusing if he's got cards like Magma Spray, which will be good against the Diregraf Colossus, to be fair, but that's about it. Makes me want to lead with the Lord. But now I think he's got the removal. I'd rather him just kill this instead of a Cryptbreaker, so go nuts. Jeez, okay. Magma Spray. Yeah. Nice, man, nice. You killed my 2-2 for 1 mana. Rampity ramp, ramp, ramp. Okay, we're going to go, instead of the Lord, we're going to go with Diregraf. Playing into Kozilek's Return again, so you could definitely argue playing a Lord would be much better here because you can't just Kozilek's Return everything we have away. And that's probably true, but I am going for the greedy play of playing Diregraf Colossus and trying to just set up so we have 3 zombies next turn without and then just don't have to do anything else. Just start drawing cards. Okay, that's good news. No. No. Another magma spray. That's really rather unfortunate. I genuinely think this guy might just time out. He's literally burning through like every turn. He's just sitting there for minutes. No reason not to play the land. Isn't good if he's got Kozilek's Return. He's just got a chump, so I'd rather not allow him the chance to ramp. And next turn I can attack after playing Liliana's Mastery and my stuff will be big. Okay. Give my stuff Menace now, then he's got a double block. Ooh, could do Wayward Servant, give stuff Menace. Then the Liliana's Mastery is nice. Do that swing for 8, keeps some stuff back. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So probably going to cast Ulamog next turn. So do I really wanna add more stuff to the table that he's just going to exile? Probably not. So if I give my stuff Menace, double block and kill 1 token, and this leaves Anguished Unmaking up to kill an Ulamog, and it limits the Liliana's Mastery, the Wayward Servant, which we want to keep in our hands. Obviously, the Lord dying or the Diregraf's not ideal, but it just means he can't chump. It'll be forcing through 3 damage, which is like so. Means we lose a token really, but we won't have to. We'll basically kill a token. We lose a token. You can't do that. They're not going to kill his Matter Reshaper. And we'll just pass. And we've got Anguished Unmaking for whatever he ramps into. So I'm sure he's just got land and then nasty thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So slamming Ulamog down. Yeah, there's the 2 mana. Yeah. We'll let him swing in. And we'll just delete this Ulamog. Okay, there you go. Liliana's Mastery. I want to drain him, really. So if I play 2... If I play that and that, then that's 2 zombies, and then a drain, which is the same amount of damage as if I play the Mastery and swing, which means that I get more... Yeah, this is better. So I play the Wayward Servant. So 1 card in hand. If it's a Kozilek's Return, then it's really bad. But at this stage, we're just hoping it isn't. It doesn't use our mana as efficiently, but it still puts 2 zombies on the table and then does the same amount of damage this turn as it would have done if we just played Liliana's Mastery. Whatever he swings with, we're just going to take. No, end step. Okay, he bricked. It's perfect. I'm going to play this as we just want to be able to do stuff. I want to play our lands so that we can, if we draw a creature, we can activate Shambling Vent attack and then play a creature if it's cheap enough. At this stage, the Mastery Shaper is largely irrelevant, so but then Dread Wanderer comes back and drains him, so that's actually just fine. This is the nice thing about Wayward Servant, is it's not immediately obvious, but you can actually do lots of damage with it over time. Yeah. Harness Lightning. That is a pain. I wonder what he's going to do. So basically what I was trying to say was, by recurring Dread Wanderers, you get drains off of the Wayward Servant, but he's probably just going to remove that for us now anyway. Wasn't sure if he'd noticed to do that. And given the fact he's like playing so slow, I just didn't think he would, but it's fine. We still have 9 damage on the table, and then what's this? So we can swing in, and he can double block a Shambling Vent. I'm not going to swing with the Wayward Servant because that's just, it's too good of a creature to throw away. He could double block and then we lose a token, but then he takes 3 damage, so I'm fine with that. I think we just need to force it through. Yeah. That suits me. It makes our diagraph bigger. Just need our opponent to brick repeatedly. Like so. Oh, Gideon. If we attack the Shambling Vents, it takes 6, and then no, it takes 5, sorry, and go to 4. Whereas if we attack for 7, it jumps to 4, takes 3, goes to 6. And if we've got Gideon and a 2/2, so we have we have all our stuff and a 2/2, and if he casts Hour of Devastation, then we've got Gideon. Oh no, we don't. Oh no, we don't. If he casts Hour of Devastation, then we don't have Gideon. But we do have Shambling Vents. Hour of Devastation is like the worst card he could have. Anything else, he only kills some percentage of what we have. So just going to swing in. Embleming Gideon is nice because it makes our manlands big, but we don't really gain an awful lot if he plays Hour of Devastation. So we still lose Gideon. Okay, it's just all the frigging Hour of Promises. I don't think that really makes a difference though, if I'm right. So if we make this a creature, he blocks the Gideon and the Diregraf, which is the biggest chunk of damage, and then 5's coming through, but we're going to wake up a Shambling Vent as well. He's got no cards left. None of those, so that becomes a creature. That becomes a creature. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think we want to change anything there. As I said to you before, between our Lords and Liliana's Mastery, the crappy little creatures they do play kind of so-so. So Scrapheap, I mean, the exiling our graveyard was interesting, and I don't actually know if that means we want the Scrapheaps anymore. But then they are good if we. I think that's just a bit too convoluted if we start taking out Scrapheap Scroungers and Dread Wanderers because they might exile our graveyard. They get to do it once if they've got the land, and then that's it. So it's still going to be relevant potentially, and they need to have drawn that land in the first place. So we could still get a lot of value from the Scrounger and Dread Wanderer. So I think they stay in. We're on the draw, so Dread Wanderer is arguably a bit weaker, but it is useful to have against the sweepers. And I just don't think there's anything else we want to bring in that's worthwhile. Potentially Ob Nixilis. Potentially. Because that is killing creatures, but it only kills... It doesn't kill Ulamog, so I just don't think that's worth it. And Liliana's Mastery does help us to go wide. Now, I think we keep this. I don't see a reason to change anything. Okay, so we're going to be on the draw, and we have a slightly slow start. So we can either go turn 1 Dread Wanderer or turn 2 Wayward Servant. We're going to keep this anyway because it's got good pressure early and it's got Gideon. And this is a perfect example of the tap lands potentially being a problem for us. Well, hey, so that was nice. So I think we just go Dread Wanderer. They're not telegraphing Magma Spray, which is good for us with this hand. They may just have sweepers, although they could just have this now. Like get a mountain, play it, Magma Spray that. Ooh. Tempted to play the Cryptbreaker because then we get to cast Wayward Servant and have 3 things to draw. Let's attack with the Dread Wanderer, see what they do. Us hesitating might make them think we've got a weak hand as well. Just snap kill that. No, okay. So out of these 2, I want the Wayward Servant to be alive the least. I'd rather have the Cryptbreaker not be killed. So we're going to go Plains, play a Wayward Servant, and pass. Kind of rules out a 3-drop, but we don't really have the intention of playing a 3-drop. We want to be able to, especially now that they kind of just brick wall us. But that's fine. So we're definitely going to play the Shambling Vent here because we're going to play Cryptbreaker. So Shambling Vent, Cryptbreaker. I mean, this is perfect. So we get our drain on. And so we're still putting, a bit of passive pressure, if you like, through the drain, even though we're not going to attack, because we're draining them, and obviously we're drawing cards. So this is not a good spot for our opponent to be in. Obviously, Kozilek's Return is going to be rubbish if they've got that, and they might well just have that. But Dread Wanderer we get back, Cryptbreaker is going to have replaced itself. So effectively, it's just a 1-for-1. Beginning of combat. If they hit us, then that's fine, because we're definitely not going to be attacking them. So let's start drawing cards. Okay. Okay, sadly I don't think we can afford to play the Courtyard. We want to play Gideon, and yeah, I don't think there's another play here. Anything else just adds more stuff to get like killed if they play K-Return. It's sad that we're going to have a tap land for turn 5 when we want to cast Liliana's Mastery, but just casting Gideon here is just too good. They have Hour of Devastation. Again, it's not ideal, but you just kind of have to roll with it. And again, with the game playing out like this, we're not allowing him to ramp with his Mastery Shaper. So his Mastery Shaper is doing a whole lot of nothing for him, and we can draw another card. So then it's just even less value played from sweeping. Hour of Promise. We do our thing again. If we draw an untapped land, we could go could have gone Lord, effectively. Well, double pump, so we could have done like Gideon, Ally, pump, and then Liliana's Mastery, but it didn't pan out, so that's fine. Concealed Courtyard. We're going to play Colossus, Dread Wanderer, drain them for a lot. I'm tempted to actually just Emblem Gideon here. If we make it a 5/5 and swing, we swing with the Dread Wanderer, because we're going to play Colossus, and then that gives us our 3 zombies. It's because we draw lots of cards, I don't mind doing that so much. Yeah, so we attack with Gideon now. And just throw this 2/2 under the bus. And this is fine. So he gets a free Mastery Shaper, which is annoying. Not gonna lie. So we get a Diregraf, drain them, then we get to play a Dread Wanderer. We get another zombie, and then we get to drain them. Another zombie, drain them. And we can now reasonably block. I mean, if they attack Gideon, then that's not ideal because that means we can't emblem him. But then if they attack Gideon, then I mean, let's just get we're just going to get K returned. Wellbreaker, and then Sanctum of Ugin. Exiling our land. That's fair enough. It is annoying. It's kind of going off a bit now. Guessing it just gets Ulamog. Yeah, Ulamog. You not attacking makes this much easier for me. Okay, this is pretty insane. So if we go emblem with Gideon, that makes everything have +2/+2. So that's 4 damage. So he blocks the biggest, which would be a Diregraf Colossus, this random 2/2, and this random, and my Wayward Servant. So what damage gets through? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage goes through. It's a little bit annoying that I'm going to lose this Gideon if I do the emblem thing. And if I cast Wayward Servant, drain him for 2 each time. I'm exiling the land's annoying because I could have gone Liliana's Mastery at Gideon Emblem. I think if I just do this, then it just puts a lot of pressure on them. Now is the time to just beat face. So the good thing about this is, whilst he's got a World Breaker and a Matter Reshaper, whatever, he goes to 1. He's got Magma Spray. That was weird. I think I would have blocked the Wayward Servant if I was them. So literally them being on 1 means that... okay, fine, yeah, no, because he's got the Magma Spray. That's jammy for them. So I think they're going to feel pretty good. If they play Ulamog, I think we just have enough on board. So he's got to kind of kill 2 creatures to not die. And because if they don't, or he's killed one creature. Yeah, he's got to target creatures to not die. But we've got the Wayward Servant, Dread Wanderer in hand, so we're all good. Yeah. In the nick of time. It amuses me how when it gets to this low at this point, they suddenly sped up their play quite significantly. Ooh, double Wayward. You won't like this. Oh, I know we took some time in the end there, but it was like turn 1 and we'll land Dread Wanderer go, and then they just appeared to tank for about 2 minutes. It's just weird. Well, I picked up a win there. Yeah, that's why Gideon's good. It's just emblem.